Hey there, Dan Delgado back again with another unwanted review. This time around, we're going to take a look at a movie that's not getting a lot of attention, but I honestly think should have everyone's attention. It's a movie that, in case you didn't see by the title of this video, it's called Mississippi Grind. And Mississippi Grind is the kind of movie that I kind of look and hope to see when I go to the movies. Something that has the 1970s spirit to it, something maybe a little downbeat, and hey, if it's about gambling, I'm definitely in. Mississippi Grind stars Ben Mendelsohn as a guy named Jerry, and Jerry is a guy who is definitely down on his luck and probably has a gambling problem. Okay, he definitely has a gambling problem. Now, I don't want you to think that he's some homeless loser. No, he's a guy who sells real estate but is not very good at it and owes money all over town, so maybe he's a different kind of loser. But things pick up for Jerry when he runs into Curtis, played by Ryan Reynolds. Now, Curtis is a guy who also likes to gamble a lot, but does not seem to be, well, all that concerned about his gambling. He's a little more on the happy-go-lucky side as far as gamblers go. And hell, it's played by Ryan Reynolds. Look at that guy. He's smart and charming and effervescent. He doesn't have to really worry about too much, does he? So Jerry sees Curtis as sort of a good luck charm, and after Curtis informs him about a big giant poker match down in New Orleans, well, Jerry gets an idea. Hey, how about the two of us get together, travel down the Mississippi, because they're starting out in Iowa, and hit every gambling joint along the way so we build up enough money that I can get into this big deal poker game, which costs something like $25,000 to get in. It certainly sounds like a terrible idea, unless, of course, you're some sort of addicted gambler. Then it sounds like a great idea. And so off we go, down the downbeat road to New Orleans. Or, well, New Orleans or bust, let's put it that way. Mississippi Grind is most definitely a character-based movie, and it harkens back to the great cinema of the 1970s. You know, it will definitely remind you of California Split, another movie about a couple of losery gamblers. And honestly, this poster here, this DVD cover, it looks a lot like that Mississippi Grind poster, doesn't it? I love this one. This one looks great. It really does. But I wish it wasn't so similar to this one. That's okay. It also kind of reminds me of the Gambler from the 1970s. Not the Marky Mark one that we had last year, but the one with James Caan from 1974 or so. In fact, the guy who wrote that Gambler, who based that movie upon himself, James Toback, has a cameo in Mississippi Grind towards the end of the movie. All in all, I absolutely love this film. It's one of my favorites of the year, and Ben Mendelsohn, right now for me, it's the best performance I've seen. Best performance I've seen of anyone this year is this guy. This guy. So Academy, pay attention, please, and offer up your props at the end of the year like you should. And as for Ryan Reynolds, it's honestly the best performance I've seen from him anywhere. So I can't implore you enough to go ahead and check out Mississippi Grind. You'll be happy that you did. Or maybe you'll be a little depressed when it's over. But, you know, that's kind of the point, maybe. Maybe. And while I wholeheartedly endorse and encourage you to go see Mississippi Grind, preferably in a theater, because that's how I prefer to see things, I don't want anyone getting the impression that I myself am some sort of a degenerate gambler or some sort of weaselly type person who would steal money to go ahead and, you know, aid their little gambling addiction, because honestly, that's not who I am at all. Merry Christmas, and where would you spend Christmas? What better place than with happy people and beautiful lights? Of course, I'm talking about the casino. It's Easter and I'm in a casino. I may be a degenerate, but so is everybody else here, right? Right? Not so bad then? Who wants to be a degenerate alone? That's really what I'm trying to say. Why does Mother's Day remind me of Easter so much? Probably because, like Easter, I'm spending Mother's Day in a casino. Happy Mother's Day! Okay, listen, to be honest, that didn't even look like me at all.